I'm back. Alrighty then. Entertainment purposes only, you guys. Okay. So we are going to do a Celtic cross relating to when he is gone. See if we get a general idea or what surrounds the situation that surrounds him being gone. And then, let me see, Luna's Sentimental Circus, which is the deck that goes with my Kuromi. Luna's Sentimental Circus. All right. Let's see. Celtic Cross. Here we go, you guys. One more shuffle. Try to use the smaller cards. You can see more of the 7, 8, 9, 10 line up there at the end of the layout. Celtic Cross layout. Spread. All right. They said one more. Let me do that one more time. Okay, here we go. First position is the current situation. Second position is the challenge, what crosses the current situation. 3 is what he needs to focus on, or what they need to focus on. Okay, I kind of want to move this over a little more. I think there's more space here. Remember, the camera on the phone is on the side, so... All right, so there's that. That's number 3. Number 4 is the past of what's leaving, what they're leaving behind, what he's leaving behind. Okay, what Rump is leaving behind. Number 5 is his strengths. Okay, number 6 is the near future. Seven, the advice he should be taking. 8, is the environment surrounding him. 9 is his hopes and fears. And 10, the potential outcome. Okay. All right, so position 1, current situation for him is the Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. We keep talking about that. He's reaping what he has sown. He's getting back the energy that he's been putting out. Wheel of Fortune. His challenge is the 9 of Pentacles. His challenge is 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles equals power in my political readings. So the challenge is that he keeps trying to wield his power, and it isn't working for him anymore. And we're seeing people dumb enough, and that's just my personal opinion, dumb enough to come to these rallies or celebrations, but they're really rallies posed as celebrations so he can run his mouth and talk about how wonderful he is and how great things are, and people are just walking away. Twice now, in the past 2 weeks, people have just gotten up and left. Many of them, not a couple. Okay? So that's a challenge, him trying to keep his powerful position or his okay, thank you. So the perception, he's trying to keep up the perception people have of how powerful and wonderful he is. That is his challenge. All right, 3, what he needs to focus on is finding a balance. Finding a balance between tooting his own horn and actually doing his damn job. But what do we expect? He doesn't belong in the position he's in anyway. Okay, so he doesn't know how to do that. That's not ever going to happen, by the way. The finding a balance for him, that's never going to happen. Okay, so that was number 3. So number 4 is the past and what's leaving. The 6 of Swords, moving on. It's actually literally time for him to move on. Literally time for him to go. It can also point to his time of moving forward, you know, keeping the flow going. That has moved on. Time for him to move along. Six of Swords being propelled forward, whether you like it or not, most of the time. All right. Number 5. Strengths. That's pretty sad. That's endings. Painful endings. If that's the only strength he has, that is pathetic. Okay? He knows it's time to go. And he's been knowing it. He's scared. And there is not a spiritual bone in his body, okay? So he's not going to be, oh, I finally woke up. That's not happening with him. That isn't his path in this lifetime. His path is to stay oblivious. All right, number 6 is the near future. The near future is the Chariot, moving the near future, trying to bulldoze his way through the chaos. The chaos he created. Black and white Sphinx, right? So that's supposed to be about balance as well. That's not going to happen. Okay, he's just bulldozes his way through everything, and he literally bulldozes things. So, and then we have 7, the advice he should be taking. The advice he should be taking is 5 of Wands, the arguing and fighting. The advice he needs to take is stop doing that. Okay, the arguing and fighting isn't doing anything. Well, it's creating that chaos that he's trying to bulldoze his way through on the Chariot. He creates his own chaos. That's the advice he needs to take. Stop arguing with people. No one's listening to him anymore anyway. Everybody was out for their own gain anyway to begin with, so sooner or later that's going to fall apart no matter what. The environment around him is the 7 of Wands. Thinks he's king of the hill. But this is also about having the vantage point, seeing something coming. So that does apply to him. But it also applies to the regime, those that are trying to get him gone. Okay, that applies to them as well. And he sees it coming. And now number 9, his hopes and fears are the King of Cups. Still wants to be the king. You know, what I'm hearing here is that he's going to actually try to come off like he is trying to do something for somebody else. That he's trying to do things for we the people. And he's going to try and spin that. It's not going to work for him. The potential outcome, number 10, is the Hanged Man. Stuck. Nowhere to go. Hanging on by a thread. That's the potential outcome. All right. Let's pull some off the top. We have... Let me situate my upside downies here. Got all my cards upside down. Okay. The Tower. Can't make this stuff up. Everything comes crumbling down. It already is. And then we have the Magician. Trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Trying to change people's perception of him. And then we have, I can't keep this straight today. We have 7 of Swords. The thievery, the stealing, alleged. The things that he takes from other people. That is not working for him anymore either. It's not feeding him. The energy of that is not feeding him anymore because people are just, for the most part, people are over it. Now we have the High Priestess. Okay, thank you. I always see that in regard when we have a reading about him and the High Priestess shows up. I mean, we call it divine timing, but divine timing is nothing more than when the collective is on board all at the same time regarding the same thing. So let's remember to change our inner and outer dialogue. It's not, oh, I want him gone. It's, I want her in there. I want the panel in there. I want this. I want that. You know, in the most positive way possible. Not, we don't talk about what we don't want. We don't need to. Universe hears that. Universe couldn't care less if we want it or we don't. If we're focused on it, we're going to get it. So we focus on, and I don't know, I've said this a million times, and it's like I'm talking to a brick wall. Oh, by the way, somebody left a comment and says, you know, nothing you've ever said has ever come true. If you say so, why do you bother watching? Remove your comment. You make another comment like that, I'll hide you from the channel. Remember, when you put stuff out like that in the comment section, you affect everybody else that reads the comments. Just because I might get, say I get 30 people who comment. There's not just 30 people reading those comments. Okay? If I get 1,500 views, I guarantee you, at least 700 people are reading those comments. So, please keep that to yourself. I'm not going to be one of those people. You know, I see creators, and they get on my last nerve. Arrogance is one of my pet peeves, okay? And this is coming from females, okay? Females can be arrogant just like males. And they toot their own horn, and I predicted this, and I said that, and I said the other. I'm not going to be that person. So if you are really watching and listening to the videos, and then you watch what happens, if you're paying attention, you would see that you are incorrect. And a lot of these things don't happen right away. And I've explained that a million times too. So I'm not going to re-explain that either. Why it is. Why is it? The things that the cards say don't happen right away. If you've been listening like you said you were, you'd know why. So, otherwise, I appreciate everybody else's comments. All right. Have a great day.